country's perspective. We reflected through our research by supporting citizens, officials, and positive impact. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments or utterances acting directly at officials, street athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated or grounds for removal from the title competition. Also, the consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages for title competitions is prohibited.
sincere mind, disciplined heart, and courage to compete the right way. Let our effort and attitude honor you. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Now will be a gift ceremony presenting the and home team together. First for the visiting goals. Batting first, 27 field, number 6, Luke Thompson. Batting second, in left field, number 22, Rangers. Batting third, playing first base, number 50.
Good afternoon from Jefferson City, Tennessee. On the Eagles Sports Network, it's Carson-Newman and Newberry here in late March as the Eagles return home for their first home game and home series in 20 days. The Eagles back at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex to host an upstart Newberry team that was picked 7th in the SAC standings, but has made its way all the way up to a tie for 3rd entering this weekend. Should be an exciting weekend as Carson-Newman, with its 17-12 record and 8-10 mark in the league, tries to make its way up the league table, and Newberry tries to stay atop the league with their 13 wins and 18 overall games. Carson-Newman will send Christian Henderson to the mound this afternoon, and the sophomore pitcher will make his 8th start of the year. A win and a loss for Henderson so far in his sophomore season. His only win was a complete game shutout against Emory and Henry 2 weekends ago. A 3.75 ERA for Christian Henderson this year, and 36 innings of work, 31 strikeouts to just 11 walks. Opponents hitting .248 against Henderson, who's not thrown a wild pitch this year, and it's been really good for Carson-Newman. This will be his first Friday start. Carson-Newman shuffles its weekend rotation a little bit and elects to go with Christian Henderson against this small ball Newberry batting order that has only slugged 13 home runs this season. 3 lefties in Jay Snyder's batting order here in the series opener. The first one is Luke Compton. He'll lead us off. The center fielder stands in and will step into the batter's box to make his 32nd start of the year. As Henderson winds, in his first pitch breaking ball on the outer edge is a called strike at 1:32. Half hour earlier because of the potential chance for rain later this afternoon. Swinging a foul ball by Compton at Henderson's 90-mile-per-hour fastball gets the sophomore for Carson-Newman ahead 0-2 to open the day. Wolves in the visiting gray uniforms, red baseball caps, red helmets when hitting, as Henderson winds for an 0-2, and rolling it over to second base is Compton. Easy play for Cole Nathan, and a 4-3 putout begins play in this weekend series between the Eagles and Wolves. 2 all-SAC infielders make up Carson-Newman's right side of the infield. Cole Nathan's at second. He just made the play and threw it to Logan Floyd, who's at first base. John O'Pierce, Aiden Gibson, the combination at shortstop and third for the Eagles, and then left to right in the outfield, it's Colton Evans, Braxton Smith, and Bradley Soto Diaz, as Henderson drops in a breaking ball to Cooper Raines, who swings and misses for strike 1. Raines, a .330 hitter, making his 28th start of the year. Waits on an 0-1, then Henderson breaks toward the outer edge. Low as well for ball 1. Carson Cochran does the catching behind the plate. He started to become Carson-Newman's regular starter behind the dish, making his 17th start of the year. A jam shot to first. Floyd slides to his right, makes the stop and flips to Henderson at first. Excellent work by the all-sack first baseman. He had to range off the bag at first, made a slick play with the backhand, and then flipped it to Christian Henderson. 2 away, 2 soft ground outs to start the opening inning. And now the 3-hitter, Keeler Osborne, with 2 away, a 340 hitter. One of just 2 Wolves to start in all 32 games, Osborne and Compton, as Osborne takes a strike. The first baseman, the second of 3 lefties for Newberry. The 0-1 wind from Henderson, a breaking ball drops in waist high, and Christian Henderson's ahead 0-2. 8 pitches to get 2 outs for the sophomore, who is rolling early. The 0-2, swing and a chopper to second. Nathan waits on the extra hop, fields it cleanly, throws to first, inning over. 3 ground ball outs for Christian Henderson to toss a 1-2-3 inning in just 9 pitches. Carson-Newman's bats come to the plate for the first time in 20 days against this Newberry starter, Jacob Clark, on the other side of this break on the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Bottom of the first inning about to get underway here from Jefferson City, Tennessee, as Carson-Newman's lineup is set to face sophomore right-hander Jacob Clark. The 6'6" right-hander has been really good this year for the Wolves, a 2.74 earned run average, one of 3 pitchers on this Newberry staff with multiple appearances and a sub-3 ERA. Clark has been fantastic in league play. 4 consecutive starts of at least 7 innings or more. And 3 of those 4 have been quality starts with 3 earned runs or less allowed this season. So Clark against Carson-Newman's batting order with Colton Evans to lead off the first. And Evans takes a breaking ball waist high for called strike 1. Evans, Nathan Floyd, the 1-2-3 hitters scheduled to hit here in the first. Bradley Soto Diaz, Sebastian Rodriguez, Braxton Smith, the heart of the order. As Clark's 0-1 is a breaking ball that stayed high. And it's 1-1. Carson Cochran slides up to the 7 spot with the 2 left side of the infielders, John O. Pierce and Aiden Gibson, batting 8th and 9th. 1-1 to Evans, sharp grounder to short, fielded cleanly by Chandler Mims. Throw is a little low and to the right of Osborne, but he holds on with that back foot at first, and the play is made for out number 1. Chandler Mims joined along the left side of the infield today by Nick Foster. He's the 3rd baseman. Keeler Osborne at first with Jomar Lugo, the veteran infielder at 2nd base. Cooper Raines, Luke Compton, Josh Bandy go left to right in Newberry's outfield with Luke White catching Jacob Clark, who fires a pitch inside to Cole Nathan that he fouls off his left foot for strike 1. 0-1 on Cole Nathan, the Eagles' 2nd baseman, hitting .296, and is in the midst of a 17-game on-base streak entering today's play. Clark into his wind, the 0-1 breaking ball in inner corner. Dropped in the pitch at 76 miles per hour for strike 2, and Jacob Clark is ahead 0-2 on Carson-Newman's 2-hitter. Scoreless first inning here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex as Clark's 0-2 is lifted to right and it'll slice out of play. Sun was shining as these two teams were warming up heading into this game, but it's all cloudy skies as these two teams begin this series opener. 73 degrees at first pitch with wind gusts up to 20 miles per hour going out today as Nathan fouls another one off. Back-to-back foul balls keep Cole alive at 0-2. Nathan with 21 runs batted in. Second most on the team and one of 4 Eagles with 20 or more runs produced. Another 0-2 from Clark. A breaking ball rolled to third. Easy play for Foster. A crow hop and a throw to first for out number 2. 5 outs recorded already in this game. All have been ground ball outs. And now the 2-out batter is Logan Floyd. These two teams and 2 pitchers so far keeping the ball down in the zone. It's led to some soft contact and ground outs here in the opening inning. Now Logan Floyd gets his first chance against Jacob Clark. Breaking ball away starts Floyd off with ball 1. Clark 8 appearances, 8 starts this year. A complete game to start his month against Coker as he hits Logan Floyd with a breaking ball. And the game's first runner is with 2 outs for Carson-Newman as Logan Floyd's hit by a pitch. 2-out base runner for Carson-Newman here in the first. Mentioned Clark's recent success. In 4 of his first 5 starts, he had gone exactly 5 innings. But when this season's ramped up for the sophomore right-hander, he has been able to give Jay Snyder and company length. Certainly that's a very valuable thing in baseball, especially early in series, as Soto Diaz takes outside. And that's 3 straight misses from Jacob Clark. After 2 quick outs here in the opening inning, he's fallen behind 1-0 on Soto Diaz. A Newberry team 13-5 in the league, tied for 3rd and a half game out of 2nd. Breaking ball knee high to Soto Diaz is a strike. Soto Diaz hitting .370 for the year, 33 hits, 3rd most on the club. His batting average is ticked up in conference play. He's hitting .380 in league play. 1-1 set, and Clark offers a breaking ball that Soto Diaz waits on and skies foul back behind home. It's strike 2 on Carson-Newman's right fielder. And a scoreless first. Neither side with a hit yet. Logan Floyd at first base after getting hit by a pitch with 2 outs in the inning, and now he's picked at first. No tag by Osborne as Floyd dives back head first safely. A 1-2 set for Clark, and he pitches to Soto Diaz. Soto Diaz fouls it off, skying it out of play. Back-to-back foul balls keep the first-year Eagle at the dish with 2 outs. Another 1-2. This ball into the turf, blocked by White. Will keep Floyd at first, and a good eye by Soto Diaz evens the count here in this opening inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on Soto Diaz. Clark's breaking ball lifted out toward left center field. Over goes Compton. He sees it hit off the wall. Floyd approaching 3rd, and he is going to get the stop sign there as Soto Diaz pulls up with a 2-out, 2-run double. 2 bags for Soto Diaz to put 2 in scoring position with 2 outs. He waited on Clark's 75-mile-per-hour breaking ball and crushed it off the left center field wall for extra bases. 8th double of the year for Soto Diaz. By the time Floyd had touched 3rd, the ball was in the shortstop Mims's hands. So that's why Floyd held up at 3rd base as Rodriguez, the DH, takes low for ball 1. Floyd moves 2 bases on the double. 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs for Sebastian Rodriguez, the freshman hitting .303. 1-0 breaking ball misses low and inside as well. 2 balls and no strikes as Carson-Newman tries to threaten in the opening inning with 2 outs. Clark comes set And his 2-0 to the left-handed hitting DH Rodriguez is low and outside as well, 3-0. Two in scoring position for the Eagles as Rodriguez waits on a 3-0 fastball that is in the zone at 83 miles per hour. Delayed call by Chuck Henson, the home plate umpire. Rodriguez slung the bat toward his dugout, and Braxton Smith helps him grab it as the freshman will stand back in. 3-1 count on the DH Rodriguez. The Clark offering is high and away for ball 4. Time called, and Luke White's going to talk with his sophomore right-hander as Carson-Newman's loaded the bases here in the opening inning with 2 outs. All the damage done with 2 away. Hit by pitch, double walk for Carson-Newman to load him up here in the first. And now Braxton Smith will be the one to bat in this bases loaded situation. Carson-Newman's struggles with the bases loaded have been well documented this year. The Eagles have just 9 hits this year with the bases loaded, as Clark offers a changeup knee high for a strike. Carson-Newman is 9 for 55 with the bases loaded. That's a 164 average as a team. 0-1 to Smith. He rolls it to the left side of the infield. Mims on the run will field. A long throw is in time, and Osborne kept his foot on the bag, and the Eagles strand the bases loaded in the opening inning. Carson-Newman does not score in the opening inning despite a hit. No errors by the Wolves defensively, and the Eagles strand them loaded. Scoreless first here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. We're back for the second after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you back here on the Eagle Sports Network as Carson-Newman faces off with Newberry. We head to the top of the second inning after Christian Henderson's 1-2-3 first. He now is set to face the 4, 5, and 6 hitters of Newberry's order, with Nick Foster leading things off for this Wolves team that's won 19 games overall this season, 13 of them in league play. Henderson winds his first one of the inning, is breaking ball at 75 miles per hour for called strike 1 to Foster. Newberry's cleanup hitter hitting .262 and is just 3 of his last 20 at the plate. 0-1 from Henderson. Another breaking ball, and he gets Foster to look silly, and it's strike 2. Henderson, it seems like every other start, sometimes he'll get into a groove. Here's his 0-2 to Foster, another breaking ball, and Foster lost his bat as he flares it to right field. Soto Diaz charging in will make the catch. He broke his bat on the swing. Looked like initially that he lost it, but half of it went toward third and half of it was right in front of home plate. Rarely see that, maybe once a year, if that. A broken metal bat flyout for Nick Foster for the first out of the second inning. Now Finn McLaughlin, and Christian Henderson misses outside to Newberry's DH. with one away here in the second inning. Scoreless is the score with Carson-Newman and Newberry clashing for the first time this weekend. Strike one is issued. Four up, four down start for Henderson so far as his 1-1 is slashed foul, and it's strike two. Henderson this season making just his fourth home start for an Eagles team playing just their 13th home game of the year. They have been living on the road as of late, especially here in the month of March. 1-2 from Henderson, swing and a miss. First strikeout for Henderson is the second of the fifth, or the second of the second inning. Fifth out in 5 batters for the sophomore. Now he faces Josh Bandy with 2 away. Good work by Henderson, goes to his changeup, and down to a knee was McLaughlin. Now Bandy, the right fielder, waits on the first pitch from Henderson, and it's a low fastball for ball one. Josh Bandy, one of 2 two-way players in Newberry's batting order today. He takes breaking ball outside from Henderson. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Josh Bandy making his 10th start of the year in the batting order. Him and Keeler Osborne are both two-way players. This ball's bouncing its way through the infield into left field for a 2-out single for Bandy, as that ball took several hops but split between the 5-6 hole for a 2-out single. Gibson and Pierce along that left side of Carson-Newman's infield were after it, but just a hair behind it. They couldn't get to it in time, so a 2-out runner for the Wolves here as Luke White stands in, Newberry's catcher. Breaking ball away. Cochran dropped the ball, but it stays close to him, and the runner stays put. 1 ball and no strikes. This Newberry team loves to play small ball. Hard to do it effectively with 2 outs. As Henderson sets in his 1-0 is a swing and a miss by White. It's strike one. The Wolves lead the sack and sack bunts with 28, and they also lead the league in stolen bases with 64. Both of those marks are top 30 nationally as well. As Henderson sets the 1-1 fastball, down off again by White. Just barely nicked it with his bat, and it's strike two. One ball and 2 strikes on Newberry's catcher here in the second with a runner at first and 2 outs in the frame. Henderson takes a long pause and now offers a 1-2 breaking ball that's ripped through the left side of base hit. He hung a breaking ball across the heart of the plate, and White drives it into left field for a base hit. Back-to-back 2-out singles. Just the 3rd hit of the year for Luke White, puts runners on first and second. And he'll bring Chandler Mims to the plate. Chandler Mims, a .330 hitting shortstop, stands in for the Wolves in his 31st appearance of the year with 2 on and 2 out. Henderson working with traffic for the first time. The first one to Mims is an inside fastball for ball one. Umpiring crew today, Chuck Henson calling the balls and strikes. Eric Nolan is the first base umpire with Tyler Jetting at third. They'll rotate for each game of the series as Henderson takes 2 looks at second. Now pitches a 1-0 fastball by Chandler Mims, who swings and misses for strike one. Mims has hit well as of late. Multi-hit performances in 2 of his last 3. Has 8 of those this season. Hoping that his first hit of the series is in his first at-bat here with 2 on as he checked his swing at a 1-1 breaking ball. And the appeal to Eric Nolan at first is that Mims held his bat back. Ball 2. Mims just barely checked his swing there. And it moves the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Henderson's offering. Fastball, knee high, strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on for Chandler Mims in the second. Henderson trying to blank the Wolves for a second time here to start the day. His 2-2. Swing and a flare to right. Soto Diaz charging in. He's under it. He's got the ball in his mitt for out number 3. Two out base hits for the Wolves, but they're stranded on base. No runs on a pair of hits, no errors, and 2 left by Newberry in the second. Carson-Newman back to the plate. 7-8-9 for the first time against Jacob Clark on the other side of this break on the Eagles Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeingEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeingEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Bottom of the second inning from Jefferson City, Tennessee, about to get underway with Carson Cochran leading things off here in the home half of the second inning. Cochran, Pierce, Gibson for the first time against Jacob Clark. And the first pitch to Cochran is called strike 1. Carson Cochran has started to hit the ball very well. That is why he has become almost the everyday starter behind the dish as he takes outside from Clark. It's 1-1. The redshirt sophomore catcher hitting .500 over his last 10 games. His batting average is all the way up to .389 for the year. 1-1 from Clark, another breaking ball away. Same spot, and it's another ball, 2-1. To open the second inning in a scoreless series opener between Carson-Newman and Newberry. Clark's 2-1 offering. Swing and a chopper back to the pitcher. Clark waits on that extra hop and will throw to first calmly for out number 1. That hit barely in front of the plate, maybe even hit off the top of the plate in front of it there. And went right to Clark for a 1-3 putout. Good job by the sophomore. Waited on that last hop that came up near his waist to field the ground ball. And there's one away. All 4 outs that Clark has recorded have been ground ball outs. 2 to short, 1 to third, and 1 to him. His time is called. And the warm-up music, the warm-up for Jono Pierce lasted a little long, so the home plate umpire steps out for a second, and now Clark gets into his windup. The first one to Jono Pierce is a strike knee-high. Speaking of players that have hit well in their last 10 games, that's the case for Jono Pierce as well. A .333 average for him here as of late. He takes outside on a 0-1 pitch from Clark, and the count evens with a 1 out in the second inning. A ball and a strike on Pierce. Carson-Newman's shortstop making his 23rd start of the year. Breaking ball lifted foul into the screen. Strike 2 on Carson-Newman's shortstop. Second innings have been extremely kind to Carson-Newman. It has scored 45 runs in second innings this year. 1-2 breaking ball again is popped up foul by Pierce to stay alive. To put that in perspective, Carson-Newman has scored 45 runs in the second inning. Its next most runs in any other inning is 28 in the third inning. Eagles have had some great success in second innings this year. 1-2, sharply hit through the right side, a base hit. Jono Pierce stays hot at the dish. He collects Carson-Newman's second hit, and it comes with 1 away here in the frame. Good rip by Pierce with 2 outs, or with 2 strikes on him rather. 1 out in the inning. And that brings Aiden Gibson, the 9-hitter for the Eagles, to the dish here in this second inning. To add on to Carson-Newman's second inning success offensively, it has scored 5 or more runs as this one's hit off the end of Gibson's bat into right field, a base hit. Pierce will run all the way to third. A hit and run that was barely a hit for Gibson. It works out though, and the Eagles have him on the corners with one away in the second. I'm not certain how Gibson was able to make contact with that breaking ball. That barely hit off the end of his bat, and it just slowly rolled its way through the infield with a Newberry infield that was shifted over. Lugo was near second with Pierce in motion. Hit and run will say to perfection. Back-to-back singles on consecutive pitches. Put him on the corners for Colton Evans. The first one from Clark to Evans is inside and low for ball one. Furthermore, the Eagles have scored 5 runs or more 4 times in second innings this season. They've done it twice in the month of March, including last time out against Shorter. 1-0 pitch. Gibson faked a steal to second. Stays put at first as Evans takes a strike. The Eagles scored 7 times in Tuesday's win over Shorter in the second inning to end up winning that contest in 7 innings, 12-1. 1-1, and Clark will go to first with it. Can Carson-Newman find some more second inning success? That's the question that might be answered here soon, as the Eagles have the corners occupied with 1 out, and their leadoff batter, Colton Evans, batting. 1-1. He checked his swing, and the home plate umpire, Chuck Henson, says Evans went around at strike 2. Good inside fastball by Clark at 84. 2 strikes on Evans. Carson-Newman's left fielder making his 17th start of the year. 1-2. Fouled it back, waited on the breaking ball, and fights it off. Colton Evans has been in this leadoff spot for much of March. In fact, this is the 12th time that he bats leadoff for the Eagles this season, and Carson-Newman's 10-1 when he does so. Swinging a slowly hit ball toward third, and the third base umpire, Tyler Jetting, says it's foul. Evans was slow out of the box, and I think it's because it hit his foot before going into the field of play. And so Evans will get another chance here against Clark as he fouls a third pitch off. Yeah, but hit actually in front of the plate and then Evans. Hit up by his left arm. 1-2 set, and the pitch from Clark is ripped into left field for a base hit. Evans waits on the breaking ball and drives it into left for the game's first run. 3 consecutive singles here in the second. The third by Evans drives in Jono Pierce, and Carson-Newman leads 1-0. RBI number 12 for the senior Evans. Clark tried to go in the inside corner, and Evans drove it into left for a base hit. Pierce scores. Gibson goes up 1 spot. He moves to second base for Cole Nathan. Two on, 1 out for the all-sack second baseman, who sees a breaking ball dip to the knees of the strike zone, the lower part for strike 1. Nathan batting for the second consecutive inning here. He grounded out to second last inning against Clark. 0-1. Inside corner for ball 1. Even though the Eagles have struggled with the bases loaded this season, they have hit well enough with runners in scoring position. Up to 273 for the year. 1-1 to Nathan. Breaking ball away. Nathan stayed away, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Cole Nathan, one of the better hitters for the Eagles with runners in scoring position this year. He has 14 hits to lead the team with runners in scoring position. That's a .326 average. 14 hits, 43 at-bats for the junior, who waits on a 2-1 and takes it for strike 2. Clark went to his 84-mile-per-hour fastball to level the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes with Carson-Newman ahead 1-0 on Colton Evans' 12th RBI of the year. Clark comes set a look at second, and the pitch to Nathan is a breaking ball. Line to center field, a base hit. And one hops into Compton's mitt, and a good throw to the cutoff will hold Gibson to third. Eagles go station to station, and that's a fourth straight single here in the second to load them up again. Jono Pierce, a two-strike single. Aiden Gibson on the next pitch with a hit and run single to right. Colton Evans, who's now at second base, drove in Pierce with a single, and now Nathan's line drive single to center has loaded him up for Carson-Newman here in this second inning. Now a mound visit for the Wolves as Clark will look to get out of this second inning. He has allowed 5 hits to the first 11 batters that he has faced. Over his last 2 starts, he had only allowed a combined 9 hits in his last 15 innings. His most hits allowed in a start this year is 7. That's been done 3 times, but only twice in conference play. Eagles too shy of that already. As Logan Floyd stands in for Carson-Newman, and here we are again with the bases loaded for Carson-Newman. It's got its all-sack and best run producer at the plate, and he drives one through on the ground for a base hit through the left side. Evans around third. He's going to score as well. A 2-run single for Logan Floyd extends Carson-Newman's lead to 3-0. 5 consecutive second inning singles for the Eagles. Evans and Gibson score, and Nathan moves to second. Three nothing Carson-Newman in the second inning. They're finding gaps in this frame, and now Bradley Soto Diaz tries to keep the line moving. Swing and a slowly hit ball back to Clark. He throws to second for one, back to first, and the double play is complete to end the inning. Just like that, the inning over, but it's a productive second inning for Carson-Newman. 3 runs score on 6 hits, or check that, 5 hits in the inning. No errors and 1 runner left. Carson-Newman puts up a 3 spot in inning 2 and leads 3-0 after 2 on the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Lite is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Lite. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilite.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
Jomar Lugo bats for the first time for Newberry as we get ready to start the top of the 3rd inning. Lugo slow getting into the batter's box here as Carson-Newman defensively, and Christian Henderson threw his warm-up pitches. The umpire was ready to roll, but Lugo was not yet ready to stand in, and now he's into the batter's box, batting from the right side to start inning number 3 with Carson-Newman ahead 3-0 as Henderson fires in called strike 1 with his fastball. Lugo with Newberry's best batting average out of this 9 spot takes inside, and Lugo falls over as that pitch runs inside for ball 1. Lugo leads the team with a .390 average, 23 hits for the year, and 59 total at-bats. 1-1 from Henderson, a nice breaking ball. Inside corner, it drops in at 76 for strike 2. 9-1-2. This is the 9-hitter Lugo to start the 3rd for the Wolves. Henderson winds and is 1-2. High fastball, waste pitch, and Lugo stays away to see the count even back up at a pair of balls and strikes to open the third. 3-run second for Carson-Newman has it up 3-0 as now Lugo fouls one off behind the plate to stay alive. Henderson getting to pitch with a 3-run advantage here early in his 8th start of the year. Another 2-2 to Lugo. Breaking ball away, 3-2. Wolves have 2 base runners. They came in back-to-back at-bats with 2 outs in the second. Here's the payoff. It's into the turf on a fastball low, and it's ball 4. That puts Jomar Lugo aboard. He has stolen just 1 base this year, but he's on board here for a Newberry offense that will try to respond here in the third. Down 3-0 back to the top of the order for Luke Compton. Hayden Gibson at third plays even at the bags as Compton takes low for ball 1. Henderson started his 8th start here today, getting the leadoff guy out in each of the first 2 innings. Fails to do that here in the third. 1-0 to Compton, a fastball on a chopper to Nathan. He fields it high off the turf, throws to second for 1, back to first, not in time. Compton just drilled that ball right into the turf, and Nathan had to field it almost like it was a fly ball. Force play made at second base. Lugo and Compton swap places at first. Compton aboard with 1 away as Cooper Raines stands in. Henderson will pick to first as now Compton over there at first base. He has 13 stolen bases this season for a Newberry team, as we've noted, 64 stolen bags this year, most in the league. Here's another chopper. It's hit to Gibson. He waits on it, throws to second. A high throw that goes into right field all the way into foul ground. Soto Diaz trying to track it down. The runner at third stopped running. Here's a throw to the plate from Floyd. It's late, and it's 3-1. Luke Compton was still able to score, even though he stopped at third base. As Gibson's throw to second base airmailed Cole Nathan and went all the way into right field into foul ground. Soto Diaz had problems with it in right, and Compton scores, and going all the way to third is Cooper Raines. There was still a somewhat close play at home plate. Compton should have scored with ease, but he stopped running at third because he thought the ball was in the infield already. So 3-1 the score on the Gibson error brings Keeler Osborne to the plate, and Henderson's breaking ball is high for ball 1. It'll be a fielding or a throwing error on Gibson to begin that sequence, and then probably another error for Soto Diaz's struggles in right that allow the base runners to go up an extra spot. Compton the runner that scores. So now Raines at third here for Osborne. 1-0. Swinging a hard hit ball out toward left center field. Smith is tracking it, and it is over the wall. And Newberry, just like that, has tied the game. An opposite field 2-run shot for Keeler Osborne levels the score at 3 in the third. Osborne's first home run of the season at a great time. Newberry's 14th levels the score here in the third. The pitch was right in the heart of the zone on a 1-0 offering from Osborne, or to Osborne, and he took it to the opposite field for a game-tying home run in the third. Raines scores, and now the cleanup hitter Nick Foster takes outside for ball 1. Again, that Gibson error is what cost Carson-Newman in this inning. It may have not been a double play, but Newberry's momentum, or that play, has shifted the momentum and given it to Newberry here in the third. 1-0, ground ball, softly hit. Pierce will charge in to field it. He crow hops, throws to first, and the play is made. Nick Foster retired with 2 outs now on the board. It will be Finn McLaughlin. The lefty McLaughlin waits on the first one from Henderson. He checked his swing, but it was a strike anyway. 3-all this score as the Wolves have tied things up with a 3-run inning as time called at the plate. And there's a warning there. I think Henderson maybe didn't address. Step in time, so we'll reset here. Henderson now back to work. His 0-1, swinging a foul ball, and it's strike 2. 44 pitches for Christian Henderson so far. Nobody on base here in what has been a 3-run third for Newberry to answer Carson-Newman's 3-run second. Henderson trying to make quick work of Newberry's DH to end this third inning. The 0-2 offering runs inside, and it hits McLaughlin. So a 2-out hit by pitch with 2 strikes on Newberry's DH will put a runner on for Josh Bandy. Two-out offense now for Newberry. They try to take its first lead of this series opener. Runner at first with 2 outs for Josh Bandy, who takes a 76-mile-per-hour slider from Henderson in the zone for a strike. Seventh batter of the inning for the Wolves takes outside for ball 1. An extended inning for Christian Henderson. He does give up the home run, but the error has gave the Wolves the necessary momentum to level the score as Henderson misses with another fastball inside this time. 2 balls and a strike. Henderson making his first start in a series opener in his career. Pauses for a 2-1. Ground swing and a miss on a nice breaking ball that goes to the lower part of the zone, and the count evens. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at first, and a game tied at 3. Henderson gets one hit out towards center field. Smith moving over, back to the wall, will make the catch just shy of it for out number 3. But Newberry levels the score. A 3-run third thanks to Keeler Osborne's 2-run shot in the frame. 3-run score on just 1 hit. 2 Carson-Newman errors helped the inning, and nobody left on base. We head to the home half of the third, and a game tied at 3 on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Sebastian Rodriguez will lead off for Carson-Newman in the bottom of the third. He is the 5-hitter. Braxton Smith, Carson Cochran, 6 and 7 to face Jacob Clark for the second time today. A series opener that has had 6 runs scored in the last 2 half innings. 3 by Carson-Newman in the home half of the second, and now 3 in the top of the third. As music kept going, and so Rodriguez will reset back at the plate. Clark winds first one to Rodriguez outside for ball one. Sebastian again has been a very productive player in the month of March. Basically all of his playing time as a freshman has come this month. And he's been very productive to earn more time as he lifts one high out towards center field. Compton is going back near the warning track and gets there as he bangs his back into the wall, retreating to make the catch. A long fly out from Rodriguez for out number one to start the third. Again, the wind gusting at times, and so sometimes when that ball gets up into the air, it can fly through the jet stream. That is the wind sometimes. It was gusting on that swing from Rodriguez, but he flies out to left center for out number one. And now Braxton Smith takes strike one on a breaking ball, and it's 0-1. Smith, a .354 hitter this year, hitting .424 over his last 10. This one gets away from the catcher White as Clark misses well outside. A ball and a strike on Carson-Newman's center fielder. Smith has been on base in 15 straight games and has hit safely in 7 straight. 1-1, Smith chops it towards short. Mims waits on the last hop. A high throw pulls Osborne off the bag, and Smith slides into first base and is safe. Jay Snyder quickly out of Newberry's dugout, and he wants a conversation with Eric Nolan, the umpire that made the call. And now the three will talk it over. Osborne had to come off the bag. The throw pulled him off the bag, and Smith trying to duck Osborne. Didn't really slide into it. Did he even touch first? That might be the question as well. Our first angle for those viewing on Flow Sports may have been enough to show that Smith is safe, and the umpires will stick with the call. There's no video review in the South Atlantic Conference as we get another look at it. For those watching, hard to tell in real time like that. It looks like Osborne maybe clips him as Smith gets halfway past him, maybe. Close play. Smith's going to be at first base here with one out as Carson Cochran takes a strike. It's not been scored yet, so we'll wait and see if it's an error. It is going to be a throwing error. First error by the Wolves. On the shortstop, Mims allows Smith to reach. 0-1 set for Clark, and his pitch to Cochran, a swing and a miss at a 75-mile-per-hour breaking ball. Makes it 0-2. Newberry usually pretty sharp defensively, the second best fielding team in the conference. The 0-2 to Cochran, he taps it foul at the dish to stay alive. 3-3 game, home half of the third. Carson-Newman's already compiled 6 hits as it goes through its batting order for the second time against the starter Jacob Clark, who offers an 0-2 that's grounded to short. Mims fields, flips to second for one, back to first. It is a double play. A 6-4-3 turn for the Wolves to pitch a scoreless third. We've played a third of the opener. We're tied at 3 on the Eagles Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Seven, 8-9 for Newberry against Christian Henderson here in inning 4. Luke White Chandler Mims and Jomar Lugo are Newberry's scheduled hitters against Henderson here in the fourth. Newberry's catcher recorded his third hit of the year in his first at-bat of the day. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes a strike to begin his second at-bat of his fourth start of the year. Just now 3 hits for Luke White this year in 14 at-bats. The reserve catcher getting the start here today. Waits on an 0-1, and it's outside from Henderson for ball 1. This is a Newberry team, as we've talked about, tied for third in the SAC standings with Wingate. Both schools 13-5 in the standings. 1-1 into the turf on a fastball from Henderson, ball 2. The only reason those two teams are a half game back of second is because Lenore-Ryan is 13-4-1. Bears tied with Mars Hill in a game that was ended because of darkness, as Henderson misses outside with his slider, and he's fallen behind 3-1 to open the fourth. And so, by percentage, LR has a half-game edge on Wingate and Newberry for that second spot right now. 3-1 fastball gets Henderson back alive here at 3-2. One game just separates fifth place Lincoln Memorial from the tie for third with Wingate and Newberry. So 2 through 5 right now. It's a lot to be had in the standings. Payoff to White. He floats it high in the air to right center field. Soto Diaz is ranging over, and he is under it to make the catch. Back-to-back flyouts recorded now, but spanning innings. And there's one away for Chandler Mims. Meanwhile, in Carson-Newman's boat, it's kind of playing behind schedule, behind the 8-ball, because of a difficult start to its conference slate, as Henderson's first pitch is a chopper to short. Off a couple of hops, Pierce runs and throws. Floyd off the bag will tag Mims for the second out. Good awareness by the first baseman, Floyd. The throw was toward his left side. He had to come off the bag, had plenty of time to still tag Mims, who was running there toward first base. 2 away on the 6-3 put out by Pierce and Floyd to bring Jomar Lugo to the plate. The Eagles have already faced this season, just based off the SAC standings, first place Catawba, second place LR, fifth place LMU. They're facing Newberry, a team tied for third here this weekend, as Henderson winds and pitches an outside breaking ball to start Lugo's second at-bat. To put it in perspective, though, Carson-Newman has faced 3 schools already, not counting this weekend, that have above 500 records in league play, as Henderson misses inside again, and it's 2-0. And Carson Cochran requests for time, and he's going to talk with his sophomore pitcher with 2 outs here in the fourth. With the game tied at 3, Carson-Newman's played 3 games against teams here in the conference with winning records. Meanwhile, Newberry has yet to face a team in the SAC this year with a winning record in conference play. They still have to play everybody, but it's going to be a difficult stretch the rest of the way for Jay Snyder's group. They've got to play first place Catawba, LR, Wingate, LMU, Mars Hill, all after Carson-Newman. Wolves certainly have a great conference record, but they've taken advantage of a somewhat easier schedule, just basing it off of the league standings. 2-0 line from Henderson. It's a breaking ball outside, and it's 3-0. Zone's tightening up a little bit, potentially on Henderson. A couple of his pitches in this at-bat have been in the TrackMan zone, but not in Chuck Henson's zone. Here's the 3-0 now, and Henderson rears back and fires a fastball toward the top of the zone for a strike. 3-1 count as Henderson tries to pitch his second 1-2-3 inning here today. 3-1. Fastball again, strike 2. Henderson's working from behind. Fell behind 3-0, back in it at 3-2. The payoff to Lugo. Swinging a foul ball back. Henderson reared back and tossed in a 90-mile-per-hour fastball that Lugo just barely clipped foul. Count stays full. The sophomore gets into his wind, and a second payoff. Slider away, ball 4. It's a walk Lugo's been walked twice now. Both walks by Henderson are against Newberry's second baseman. And he represents the runner at first with 2 away for Luke Compton. Compton, the left-handed hitting center fielder, waits on the first pitch, shows bunt, pulls it back and takes an inside fastball for ball 1. To put Newberry's strength of schedule and how it's played out for them, according to the metrics, 4th worst strength of schedule in the region this season. Certainly, 19 and 12 have played quality baseball, but we'll find a lot out about these Wolves this weekend and in the final month of the year when they go through a tough stretch, similar to what Carson-Newman has started this year with, as Compton thought about an outside fastball and stayed away from it. And it's 2-0, so back-to-back ABs here where Henderson's fallen behind. And Carson-Newman head coach Tom Griffin, sensing this situation, will make a slow walk out and talk to his sophomore right-hander here in the 4th. He was cruising up until these last 2 batters, and his command has changed a little bit. Henderson has tossed 66 pitches with 40 strikes. Still a pretty good mark, but it has dipped a little bit because of his struggles in the 4th. 3-3 game. Andrew Rogers, glad you're with us on a cloudy day in Jefferson City, Tennessee. We started a half hour than we usually would for a Friday series opener because of the potential chance for rain predicted in the forecast roughly around the 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock hour. And so to try to avoid any rain showers, 2 teams agreed to play a half hour earlier, and we got underway at 1:32, and we're approaching the hour mark of this series opener with Carson-Newman and Newberry in a tied game at 3 runs apiece. The runs were scored half innings apart. Bottom of the 2nd for Carson-Newman and the top of the 3rd for Newberry. All right, mound visit over. Henderson back to work. The 2-0 breaking ball's high and away, and it's 3-0. Henderson's got his sign from Carson Cochran. And the 3-0 to Compton. Another breaking ball. Slider drops in at 75 in the zone for strike 1. Three-one pause in the pitch. Another breaking ball away. And back-to-back 2-out walks by Christian Henderson have given life for the Wolves offense here in the 4th. Compton on base for the 2nd time. Brings Cooper Raines to the plate. Henderson's command and his ability to avoid walking batters is why he's one of the more successful arms. And has had success in his career, as his first one to Raines is a called strike knee high. Henderson entered the year with just 2 walks in 37 innings. Counting today's work, he has now walked 14 guys this season in 39 innings of work. 0-1 pause. The pitch to Raines is a high pop-up out toward left field. Jono Pierce is out there in the outfield. It is Colton Evans leaning over and catching it knee high for out number 3. Having to battle the win a little bit. Evans sees it into his mitt, though, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors by Newberry in the 4th. They strand 2 runners on base. We're tied at 3 after 3.5 here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Andrew Rogers back here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. We're tied at 3 as the fourth inning starts with a high pop-up in the infield by Jono Pierce. It's Jono Lugo with his heels in the outfield grass to make the catch for out number 1. Aggressive was Pierce, but he'll pop out on the first pitch of the fourth to bring Aiden Gibson to the plate. Well, Carson-Newman leads this all-time series 56-37. This is meeting 94 all-time. The Eagles 4 games above 500 under head coach Tom Griffin as the breaking ball by Clark was dropped by the catcher, but it was a called strike as Gibson showed bunt and then pulled it back at the last second. Carson-Newman leads the all-time series, as we said, by 19 games as Gibson takes inside for ball 1. The Eagles won last year in late February at Newberry, won the middle game and the finale to take 2 of 3. 1-1 from Clark is a ground ball down the third baseline, foul just to the left of the bag as it was working its way into foul ground, just barely. Goes left of the bag, strike 2 on Gibson. Carson-Newman has won now consecutive series against the Wolves. They won last time Newberry was in Jefferson City, also in late February, by winning the opener and the finale in 2024. And so Carson-Newman has won consecutive series against Newberry for the first time since the 2013-2014 seasons. Been more than 13 years since this program's had success in back-to-back years against these Wolves, and now they're trying to win a third consecutive series, and it starts with the opener today. 1-2, hard hit ball, foul down the line again at third. Gibson continues to stay out in front of Clark's pitches, and it stays 1-2 with 1 away in the bottom of the fourth inning. Jacob Clark, the 6'6" right-hander, back into his wind. Another 1-2, this one in the turf. An 86-mile-per-hour fastball low. 42 of the 93 meetings have been here in Jefferson City. And Carson-Newman's an impressive 33-9 at home. Gibson checked his swing at a breaking ball that was outside the strike zone. And he did check his swing successfully. Stays away from it, and it's a full count. Well, it looked close. Looked like Gibson was right on the brink of swinging there. Count is full. Clark's pitch to Gibson. Low and outside ball 4. Excellent at bat from the senior third baseman to give Carson-Newman a 1-out runner. Lineup card turns back to the top for Colton Evans as Carson-Newman has a base runner now in the 4th straight inning to start this series. Evans waits on the first one and is in fastball at 82 for a strike. 0-1 pause for Clark. Short lead for Gibson. Now he extends for a second. Dances at first, and the 0-1 to Evans is a low breaking ball. For ball 1. Colton Evans drove in the series' first run with a single into left field back in inning 2, part of a 3-run second inning. Next one home is a fastball low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Jacob Clark up to 67 pitches so far today. 44 strikes for the sophomore right-hander. Both pitchers have seen their pitch counts tick up here early in the start. 2-1. Evans waits and takes a 75-mile-per-hour breaking ball that clips the inner corner, and it's strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Carson-Newman's leadoff hitter. Batting for the 3rd time, it's Colton Evans, and he hits a chopper super high into the air. That is foul. These two teams have just pounded some balls into the turf today. None that went higher off the initial bounce than Evans's. That just went foul down the line at 3rd, hung in the air for about 2 to 3 seconds, it felt like. Evans will take the slow walk back to the dish to get another chance against Jacob Clark here in the 4th. A single and a ground out for Evans so far. He has one of Carson-Newman's 6 hits. He's been on base in 10 straight and waits on another 2-2 that he floats out toward right field. Bandy back, he will make the catch for out number 2. Gibson stays put at first, and the 2-out batter will be Cole Nathan for Carson-Newman here in this 4th inning. A base hit in the 2nd inning for Cole Nathan has put his batting average at 300. His base hit was part of a 2nd inning stretch where Carson-Newman had 5 consecutive singles to plate 3 runs. Nathan's didn't drive in a run, but it loaded the bases at the time as he takes a breaking ball low for ball 1. Eagles have been able to get runners on base with 2 outs so far against Clark. Trying to do it here again in the 4th as Nathan takes low and it's 2-0. In the 1st inning, Carson-Newman was able to load the bases against Clark with 2 outs, hit by pitch, double, and a walk. But they came up empty in that situation, did the Eagles. 2 balls, no strikes on Nathan. The pitch home is hit high out toward left field. Back goes Raines. He is at the wall, and he's got just enough room. And Nathan just missed what could have been Carson-Newman's 19th home run in the month of March. But goes down as a scoreless inning for Jacob Clark and the Wolves. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left by Carson-Newman. 4 innings complete. We're tied at 3 in the opener between the Eagles and Wolves on the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The #1 source for Carson-Newman athletics gear, shop cneagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shop cneagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. Shop cneagles.com.
Keeler Osborne is the 3-hitter. He leads off the 5th against Christian Henderson and takes called strike 1. Pitch 72 from Henderson, who is pitching into the 5th inning for Carson-Newman. And a game tied at 3. Next one home, breaking ball low for ball 1. Henderson this season has completed 5 innings or more of work in 4 of his 7 starts. 1-1 fastball away, moves the count to 2-1. Henderson has had 3 different starts this year that have lasted 4 or 3 1/3 innings or less as he goes to the inside part of the plate to Osborne, the lefty, for strike 2. 3-3 game. Keeler Osborne had the last RBIs of this game as he rolls one over to first. It just barely stays fair for Logan Floyd, who with his left foot on the line in foul territory will field it, take it to the bag himself for out number 1. 3 unassisted opens the 5th for Nick Foster to step in. In conference play, Henderson's given Carson-Newman 6 innings and all but 2 starts as he gets a foul ball by Foster for strike 1. It's all about, for Henderson, getting that leadoff guy out. He did not do that in inning 3, and he gave up 3 runs. Granted, the defense let him down a little bit as Henderson misses low with a fastball, and it's 1-1. But heading into today's action, leadoff batters against Henderson had reached a 370 clip. 1-1, breaking ball, rolled foul toward the Eagles' dugout, and it's strike 2. And basically it adds up the same way. Newberry's only runs are in the 3rd, and they got the leadoff guy on in that inning. They have failed to do it in innings 1, 2, 4, and 5. Henderson into his wind. Pitch 80 is a slider away to even the count at 2. Carson-Newman's starting pitching has been outstanding this year, as to why the Eagles have the 3rd best ERA in the conference this year. 2-2 on the way from Henderson, swing and a miss. Foster chases the fastball outside, and it's the second punch out for Henderson. And there's 2 away in the 5th inning. Two-out batter, Finn McLaughlin, swings and misses at a fastball again from Henderson, strike 1. He's the two of the 3 best pitching teams in the conference this year. Newberry's 4.6 ERA just barely edges Carson-Newman's 4.8 ERA for second best in the league, only behind Cataba's 4.2 mark as Henderson misses outside for ball 1. A main reason for Carson-Newman's success on the mound and a sub-5 ERA has been its success from its starters as Henderson falls behind 2-1 after missing with a breaking ball. Carson-Newman's combination of Colton Kaysen, Christian Henderson, Drew Fletcher, Ryan Higgins have helped compile a 3.7 ERA as McLaughlin takes again, this time low, and it's 3-1. Carson-Newman's ERA for starting pitchers this year at a 3.7 mark this season. That obviously doesn't include Eli Norris's first career start in a midweek last time out against Shorter. 3-1 on the way. Fastball, missed it. High and inside for ball 4. Second consecutive inning, Christian Henderson's walked a guy with 2 outs. Now he'll face Josh Bandy. First one to Bandy, slider, outside. Ball 1 on Josh Bandy, Newberry's right fielder. Henderson's walked 4 guys here in his 8th start of the year and his 14th career start. 1-0 on the way is hit high out toward left center field. Evan Smith going over. It's off the wall in left center. Smith will grab the ball. He throws it to John O'Pierce, who fields it off one hop. And Bandy drives in McLaughlin, who rounds third and slides in safely at home head first. It's a 2-out RBI double from Josh Bandy. Wolves have the last 4 runs to take their first lead of the weekend. All right, across the heart of the plate. And Bandy drives it off the left center field wall. With 2 outs, McLaughlin was on the move from the ball. By the time that ball hit the bat, he was able to score from first as Luke White stands in and takes a strike. 4-3 Newberry. Its 4th hit of this opener. Drives in its 4th run as well as they picked a second base. May have had Bandy, but the throw was away from the second base bag and forced Nathan to leap over the runner to keep it in the infield. No tag applied. Henderson up to 89 pitches as he looks for the final out of the 5th. His team now trailing the 0-1 home. Breaking ball stays just enough in the zone for strike 2. Henderson's 4 walks today have tied a season and career high. His 4th one has seen the Wolves take the lead here with 2 outs. Got a base runner aboard for Josh Bandy as Luke White takes outside on an 0-2 slider. And it's 1-2. White is 1 for 2. Just has 3 hits this season in his 15 plate appearances. 1 for 2 in this game. He stands back in, and the 1-2 from Henderson is a fastball line foul. Sharply hit. As Henderson went to his 90-mile-per-hour fastball, and White fights it off. Carson-Newman scored the game's first 3 runs, and the Wolves have scored the last 4. 3 in the 3rd, 1 here in the 5th. 1-2, slider, hit sharply, backhand play by Pierce in the hole. It's short, long throw is a great one, and Floyd's got it for the final out of the inning. 2-out offense, though, for Newberry. Josh Bandy's RBI double with 2 outs gives Newberry its first lead of the day. 4-3, Carson-Newman trails as it comes back to the plate for the home half of the 5th after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
3-4-5 for Carson-Newman to open the home half of the 5th with the Eagles trailing 4-3 against a Newberry team that was picked 7th in the league but has played much better than the coaches in this league thought they could this year as Floyd swings and flies one foul on the first pitch of the 5th inning. Floyd's reached base both times he's faced Jacob Clark, who has thrown 74 pitches so far as he works into the 5th inning. On this cloudy day in Jefferson City, an hour and 20 minutes into this series opener. Next one to Floyd, changeup low and away, ball 1. Floyd was hit by a pitch in the first and singled in 2 runs with his single to left in the 2nd inning. Batting for the first time since the 2nd inning, and he takes breaking ball knee high for strike 2. Carson-Newman trails for the first time today. Comes in the 5th against Jacob Clark. Is 1-2 to Floyd. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Floyd just behind it. Tried to wait on it, but waited too long and swings and misses. First strikeout of the day for Jacob Clark is the first out of the 5th. Now Bradley Soto Diaz. Clark not totally known for his strikeout stuff. Does have 36 for the year. As the first one to Soto Diaz is a high fastball for called strike 1. Clark has as many as 8 in a game this year, but does have 4 other starts of his 7 this year that have been 4 strikeouts or less. Inside changeup nearly hit Soto Diaz as it came low and inside. Ball and a strike. And a 4-3 game in the 5th. Carson-Newman down by a run. Carson-Newman's right fielder is Bradley Soto Diaz. He waits on the 1-1 and takes outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. The count on Soto Diaz here in the 5th. And he takes again outside, 3-1. 3 straight misses from Clark, who has walked 2 batters in this contest. Heading into this start, he had walked 3 batters in 4 straight starts. In danger of doing it for a 5th straight, and he will. 5 straight starts for Jacob Clark with exactly 3 walks, and Bradley Soto Diaz will sprint to first base with a 5-pitch walk to give Carson-Newman a 5th inning base runner. Sebastian Rodriguez, the DH for the Eagles, will stand in as he gets his signs from his head coach Tom Griffin in the third base coach's box, and now stands in. Clark sets the belt, first one, a high fastball well outside. Now 5 straight misses from Clark here in the 5th. He falls behind Rodriguez, 1-0. Runner takes off, Rodriguez takes inside and low for ball 2, and Soto Diaz will slide in safely at second base. Ball got away from White as well. But Soto Diaz was in motion on the pitch. And so he moves into second base. Gives the Eagles a runner in scoring position. That ball was low and inside. Not sure White would have ever had a chance to get Soto Diaz anyway, just based on where it was thrown there. Soto Diaz swipes his 6th base of the year to get in scoring position as Rodriguez takes an outside corner strike to move the count to 2-1. Rodriguez DHing for just the 2nd time this season. 2-1. Swing and a line drive. It is a fair ball down the right field line. Soto Diaz rounding third. He'll score without a throw. Ball into the corner allows Rodriguez to stand up at second with an RBI double. Eagles tie it at 4. The freshman continues to have a stellar march, and he drives a 76-mile-per-hour breaking ball down the right field line for extra bases to level the score in the 5th. Sixth double for Sebastian Rodriguez. 6 of his 11 hits are doubles. And now the first one to Braxton Smith is an inside fastball for ball 1 as the game is now tied just like that in the 5th. RBI number 8 for the rookie this season. He's at second for Braxton Smith here in the 5th. The 1-0 pause for Clark, and he pitches to Smith, who bunts down the third baseline. Perfect bunt, charging and barehanding. The throw to first is not in time. A stellar bunt single for Braxton Smith, his first hit of the game, perfectly placed to move runners now to the corners, first and third. Nick Foster did a fantastic job fielding that bunt single. He charged it perfectly, barehanded it, did everything that you could do there. But Smith's speed was too much to get him over at first base, and the bunt was perfect. First and third for Carson Cochran now. Clark sets the first one home as a strike. Good base running by Rodriguez, obviously. He moves to third on Smith's first hit and Carson-Newman's 8th hit here in the series opener. Pick to first base. Carson Cochran has been really good this month and over his last 10 games. Takes into the turf this time, and it's 1-1. We documented his numbers over his last 10, a .500 batting average, a 6-game on-base streak. He's 0 for 2 in this game, though. Hoping to give Carson-Newman the lead back. Runner takes off, and Cochran slaps it through the left side, a base hit. First to third goes Braxton Smith. Rodriguez scores on Cochran's single to left. It's 5-4 Eagles in the 5th. 3 consecutive base hits, and Cochran has his 10th ribby of the year. Second time Carson-Newman's executed a hit and run to perfection. corner still occupied as John O'Pierce stands in. Carson Cochran has his 7th hit this season with runners in scoring position. Now John O'Pierce's turn. The Eagles up by a run. Pierce shows bunt, bunts at first base side. Clark will field cleanly, flip to first, and the play is made. Smith elects not to take off from third. He stays put as Pierce tried to maybe squeeze a runner home. It will go down as a sacrifice bunt. It does move Smith into scoring, or Cochran rather, into scoring position. But now there's 2 outs on the board. Eagles were trying to play a little small ball there, but the bunt wasn't good enough. Cochran to second. Smith stays put at third. Pierce out on the sac bunt, puts 2 in scoring position for Aiden Gibson. Breaking ball low and inside from Jacob Clark. And it's 1-0. Was a 1-4 put out on that sac bunt. Lugo had moved over to cover the bag. Eagles up 5-4, 1-0 pitch to Gibson's ripped down the left field line. This will drop in one hop off the wall. It's going to be a 2-run double for Aiden Gibson here with 2 outs in the 5th to extend Carson-Newman's lead to 3. 7-4 Eagles. It's a 4-run 5th as Gibson drives in 2. With a double down the left field line and potentially running Jacob Clark out of the game. Carson-Newman responds right back after Newberry took its first lead in the 5th. The Eagles have scored 4 times in the 5th, and Aiden Gibson delivers with 2 outs. His 2nd double of the year, just his 3rd extra base hit as well, extends Carson-Newman's lead to 3. We'll tell you about Newberry's new pitcher. It's 7-4 Carson-Newman. We'll take a break on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
New pitcher for Newberry here as Carson-Newman runs Jacob Clark out of the game after 4 2/3 innings. His 2nd shortest start of the year, and his most earned runs allowed comes in his 8th start of the year. Check that 9th start of the year for Clark. Carson-Newman runs him out of the game, and now will face a left-handed freshman, Jake McGlynn, who has a 3.4 ERA out of the bullpen this year. The 6-foot, 145-pound lefty from Lake Mary, Florida, and Lake Mary High School takes the ball from Clark. McGlynn has been really good. He has not allowed a run in 4 straight appearances, and he has thrown 11 straight scoreless innings during this stretch, where he's tossed scoreless baseball in 4 straight appearances. So the lefty takes the ball from Clark here in the 5th with 2 outs to face Colton Evans. First one, a swing and a miss as McGlynn's 71-mile-per-hour pitch missed well outside, but Evans swung and missed. Clark faces Carson-Newman's batting order 3 times through. 0-1, swinging a pop fly foul behind home, and it's strike 2. 0-2 on Carson-Newman's leadoff batter, Evans. The Eagles in the 5th have gone strikeout, walk, double, single, sac bunt, double to take a 3-run lead, a 4-run 5th right now. The 0-2. High and inside, ball one. Carson-Newman's already registered 10 hits, all against Jacob Clark. McGlynn facing his first batter out of the pen here. 1-2 pause for the lefty. Gibson at second base. The 1-2 to Evans is a changeup away, and it's 2-2. Newberry going to one of its more reliable arms out of the bullpen here in this series opener. McGlynn's 3.4 ERA, one of the lowest by relievers on this staff. 2-2. Evans takes called strike three. A strikeout begins and ends the inning, but not before Carson-Newman compiles 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and they strand one in the inning. It's a 4-run fifth for Carson-Newman to take a 7-4 lead here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeAndEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeAndEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Christian Henderson will pitch into the 6th inning for Carson-Newman. He'll face 8-9-1 of Newberry's batting order. Chandler Mims, the shortstop, 0 for 2 and stands in first and takes inside for ball one. Henderson just threw his 94th pitch. Eagles going to roll him out there for the 6th inning here. The 1-0 on the way, slider away, and it's 2-0. Carson-Newman has a 3-run lead thanks to a 4-run fifth. Can Henderson get the shutdown inning as this ball's hit sharply to short? Diving play by Pierce. He gets up and throws to first. Floyd keeps his foot on the bag for out number 1. Terrific defensive work by the junior Pierce. Diving effort to his left, and then gets up and makes a great throw to first for the start, or to get the first out here in the 6th inning. And Carson-Newman's pitching coach Jason White out to the mound, and now he officially has made the call to the pen. So the Eagles roll out Henderson for one batter in the 6th inning. Hendo gets the job done, and after 90-plus pitches, he'll be relieved for Brock Culpepper here in the 6th inning. More on Culpepper in a 7-4 game here in the 6th after this.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
Brock Culpepper warms up prior to his 13th appearance of the year. He ties now Eli Norris for most appearances by an Eagles pitcher this season. Culpepper, in his redshirt season out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee, a 5.4 ERA this year. 23 total innings over 12 appearances. He's coming off probably his best performance in the Eagles orange and blue 6 days ago against Tusculum. First pitch to Jomar Lugo, inside and low to start Culpepper's relief outing. It's ball one. Brock threw 5 scoreless innings at Tusculum in the opener last weekend and got his 5th career win and 2nd of the year as Brock misses again, and it's 2-0. Lugo batting for the 3rd time. He's been walked twice. And the 2-0 is an inside fastball. 3 balls and no strikes to Jomar Lugo, who's close to getting a 3rd walk here in a row. He's been walked 21 times this year and now 22 times. 4 straight misses from Culpepper to start his relief outing. Puts a runner on base as the lineup card turns to the top for Luke Compton. Culpepper this season has 5 different scoreless outings of his 12 total. 14 strikeouts and now 12 walks for a guy making his 54th career outing. Bunt shown by Compton. He pulls it back and takes ball one. 103 2/3 innings in the career of Brock Culpepper that started in 2023. 1-0 pause for Culpepper, and he fires in a fastball. First strike thrown by the redshirt senior. Evens the count on Newberry's center fielder. 7-4 the score here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. We're in the top of the 6th inning with 1 out and 1 on base for the Wolves. 1-1, swinging a foul ball back into the screen. Makes the count a strike, or makes the count 1-2. 2 strikes now on Compton. This Wolves offense only has 4 hits, but their hits have come timely when this situation is needed it. 1-2, slider, line drive, left field, a base hit. Evans after it, keeps it in front, and will hold the runners to move up just 1 spot. Lugo to second base on Luke Compton's first hit and Newberry's 5th. First and second now, tying run coming to the plate in Cooper Raines here in the 6th inning. Carson-Newman's bullpen has suffered through some struggles that have been plagued by injury. Multiple guys this year have not pitched since early in the year because of different injuries. That's forced some others to step up, as the first pitch to Cooper Raines is a called strike knee high. But this bullpen has had success here in the month of March and as of late. Nothing in 1 on by Culpepper to Cooper Raines here with 2 on and 1 out. The senior's offering gets away from Cochran. Runners will move into scoring position on ball 1 to Cooper Raines, who is 0 for 3 but has scored a run because he reached by an error in the 3rd. 1-1 offering to Raines. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Good changeup by Culpepper. Be a passed ball that allows the runners to move up, and time called. Head coach Jay Snyder from the first base dugout wants to talk to his outfielder in this 2-strike, 1-out situation with the Wolves trailing 7-4. Talking more about Carson-Newman's bullpen here as of late, the Eagles have had their bullpen allow 1 earned run or fewer in 4 of the last 7 games this season. (7-4) the score. 2 in scoring position here for Cooper Raines. For Wolves team trying to get back into this one down 3 after Carson-Newman's 4-run 5th. Culpepper pauses at the belt. Long pause. Now the 1-2 home. Fastball away, 2-2. A walk and a single have put 2 in scoring position here. Count even as Culpepper sets to the belt. And his 2-2 home swing and a miss. Ball gets away from Cochran. Here comes the play to the plate. They'll go to first for the out. And it's 7-5, so a strikeout and a throw to first because of the drop third strike allows Jomar Lugo to score. Oh, you don't see that too often in baseball, but Culpepper gets the strikeout, but he gives up a run because of it. Compton moves to third base on the play. Lugo scores from third at 7-5 as Keeler Osborne stands in. He's homered in this game. That was back in the third. First pitch to him is outside for ball 1. One-0 pause for Culpepper. A runner at third here in the 6th with 2 outs. The pitch to Osborne. Ball too low. Culpepper navigating this 6th inning here. Eagles clinging to a 2-run advantage. The 1-0 to Osborne. Outside corner, a strike, 1-1. Carson-Newman playing its first home game in 20 days. It's been 3 weekends since the Eagles have been at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. 2-1 is outside ball 3. They're beginning an 8-game homestand and hoping that it starts with a victory, but the Wolves are threatening. And now, I think the Eagles have decided to put Keeler Osborne on base. There's a 3-1 count. You've got an opportunity to set up a force play at second if you want, and so the Eagles won't pitch to Newberry's 3-hitter, and instead will intentionally walk him to face Nick Foster. So now the tying run on base, go-ahead run is Nick Foster at the dish here in the 6th inning. 7-5 the score as Brock Culpepper pauses and a swing and a foul ball near the top of the third base dugout and foul. Strike 1. 5 runs on 5 hits for Newberry in this game. Carson-Newman has 7 runs on 10 hits. Wolves threatening to try to cut into this lead more. The Carson-Newman lead is 2. Got the tying run at first, do the Wolves, and that's where Culpepper picks 2. Runs have been scored in now 3 consecutive half innings. 0-1 pause for Culpepper, and he pitches. Breaking ball, swing, and a foul ball. Strike 2. Nick Foster 0 for 3 today, getting his first crack against Culpepper. Nothing in 2 on Nick Foster, who is 3 of his last 23 at the plate, counting today over his last 6 games. Be a good time for him to break out of his slump if you're for Newberry. 0-2, runner takes off from first. It's a line drive through the left side, a base hit. Compton will stay, or will come in to score, and Osborne moves from first to second. And the Wolves offense has brought this game to a 1-run score as Foster breaks out of his slump with an RBI base hit, his 17th RBI of the year. Osborne to second base, Compton scores, and now the go-ahead run on base. And at first base for Finn McLaughlin. Culpepper pauses at the belt in a 1-run game and fires in a fastball in his 18th offering of the inning for a called strike. McLaughlin is 0 for 1. He has reached twice. He's been struck out. He's been hit by a pitch and has been walked in his 3 plate appearances. Culpepper's own 0-1 from the right-hander is outside and low for ball 1. Carson-Newman's bullpen this year has an ERA above 6. And the bullpen is tasked with getting the final out of the 6th inning and then 9 more over the next 3 innings. 1-1. Swinging a foul ball back by McLaughlin makes it 1-2. This series opener has seen both of these offenses find success so far. McLaughlin stands back in as he faces the righty reliever Culpepper here in the 6th. 1-2. Change up away, 2-2. Carson-Newman trying to win its 3rd straight game. They won the finale against Tusculum, and then they won at Shorter on Tuesday. Need to get out of the 6th, though. The 2-2 breaking ball drops into the zone. Perfectly pitched ball by Brock Culpepper. A slider freezes McLaughlin for the final out of the 6th inning. But Newberry strikes for 2 more runs. They score twice on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave 2 as well on base. It's a 1-run game as Carson-Newman comes to bat in the home half of the 6th after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Jake McGlynn back to work for Newberry. He'll face 2-3-4 of Carson-Newman's lineup here in this 6th inning with the score 7-6. Carson-Newman over Newberry. Nathan has 1 hit in 3 at-bats, and he swings and fouls the first offering off from McGlynn for strike 1. McGlynn got the final out of that 4-run 5th for Newberry. So that completes Jacob Clark's line. He goes just 4 2/3 of an inning, gives up a season-high 10 hits as McGlynn's inner corner fastball's a strike at 87, and it's 0-2. Clark gives up a season-high 10 hits, a season-high 7 runs. They're all earned, 3 walks, and he struck out a season-low 1 batter as well. 0-2 for McGlynn. Nice breaking ball at 74. Gets Cole Nathan swinging. That's just the 3rd strikeout of the game for Newberry pitching. And that's how the 6th inning starts. Crazy how the strikeouts have started to come here as of late. Newberry's strikeouts, which is just 3 now in the game, came in the 1st out of the 5th, final out of the 5th, and now the 1st of the 6th, as Floyd was one of those guys to strike out, and he takes outside and low for ball 1. Floyd 1 of 2 today as he thought about a low breaking ball, stayed away from it, and it's 2-0. Nobody has a better batting average here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex in 12 games than the junior first baseman. He's hitting .480 here in Jefferson City when playing baseball as he takes outside, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. And for Floyd's standards, he's trying to break out of a slump this weekend, just 2 of 12 over his last 3 games at the plate. And he'll take a 3-0 fastball for strike 1. Even though Floyd has not had the same luck and success at the plate, getting base hits, he's still has been able to reach 13 straight games and now 14 counting today. 3-1 pitch is high and away, and it's a 1-out walk drawn by the all-sack first baseman Floyd to give Carson-Newman a base runner in the 6th inning. Carson-Newman's had a runner on base in every single inning of this series opener. You figure the way that Newberry's offense has been able to respond and put together some nice sequences offensively, that Carson-Newman will need some more runs to feel comfortable in the final few frames as Soto Diaz takes a big hack at us. Fastball, that's a strike from McGlynn. 0-1. Soto Diaz facing a left-handed pitcher here with 1 out in the 6th. 0-1. Breaking ball stayed high and outside, never got into the zone. And the count evens, ball and a strike with 1 away. McGlynn comes set. Long pause. A look at first, and now a 1-1 pitch again outside. That one at 72. 2-1. Carson-Newman started the month by losing 3 of its first 4 games in March. As McGlynn sets the 2-1 to Soto Diaz, is low and outside for ball 3. The Eagles have rallied here in the month of March and have won 8 of their last 9, with just a 9-6 loss to Tusculum in the middle game of the series being the only blemish on Carson-Newman's record here in the last couple of weeks. 3-1 chopper foul moves the count to 3-2, but this is a program that has found its groove after struggling for the back half of February to see its record going into the month of March be just 8-6. This program's found its groove here in mid-March and on as Soto Diaz hits one off the end of his bat. It's slicing and it goes up the hill and foul. We'll have another payoff between McGlynn and Soto Diaz. Seven-6 game in the 6th inning. Carson-Newman facing off against 3rd place Newberry here in the series opener. McGlynn sets, and another payoff to Soto Diaz is low and outside. Excellent AB from Bradley Soto Diaz. Now it's back-to-back walks here in the 6th inning to bring Sebastian Rodriguez aboard. Great at-bat by Soto Diaz. Moves Floyd to second base as Jay Snyder steps outside the first base dugout to shift his infield a little bit. The second baseman Lugo joined in on the pitcher McGlynn and the catcher White's conversation on the mound. And now that conversation broken up and play close to resuming after Soto Diaz draws a 7-pitch walk here in the 6th inning to put runners on first and second. And what is a lefty-lefty matchup here. Sebastian Rodriguez against Jake McGlynn with 2 on and 1 out in the 6th. First one home. Fastball inside for ball 1. Rodriguez tied the game for Carson-Newman with his RBI double in the 5th. Part of a 4-run 5th. Started the inning with his RBI double down the line. And he'll take outside again, and it's 2-0. Rodriguez is a switch hitter, but has not batted from the right side this season. And even in this lefty-lefty matchup, he'll stay batting from the left side here. As McGlynn sets the 2-0, is a breaking ball that drops in at 74 for strike 1. Tom Griffin and company believe in Rodriguez's ability to hit very well from the left side. He's proved that this year, and he'll stay in that spot even in this left-handed pitcher matchup. 2-1 is another breaking ball. This one on the upper part of the zone. Evens the count on Carson-Newman's DH. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 1 out, and a 1-run game in the home half of the 6th. McGlynn sets in the 2-2 is outside. Another breaking ball, 72 that time from the lefty freshman. Moves the count full. Back-to-back at bats here by Carson-Newman hitters. They have worked full. What will Rodriguez do against the lefty McGlynn? The 3-2 home. Fastball fouled off. Rodriguez was late, but just barely fought it off. Back-to-back 7-pitch at-bats at least here as McGlynn sets, and another payoff to Rodriguez is a slow chopper to second. Lugo goes to second for 1. Out is recorded there. No throw by Mims, so a fielder's choice will take Soto Diaz off the bases at second. So Floyd goes to third, Rodriguez aboard at first. Corners occupied with 2 outs for Braxton Smith. 2 outs and the corners occupied for the Eagles. First one to Smith is a fastball outside for ball 1. Carson-Newman's had great success today with runners in scoring position. 7 for 11 in this game with runners in scoring position. Can Smith continue the success? The 1-0 is hit high in the air out towards center field. Compton charging in, and he slides and makes a beautiful catch on the run. Inning over. Excellent work by Luke Compton to help Jake McGlynn work around a 6th inning that he pitches, a scoreless 6th inning. He walked 2 in the frame, but Carson-Newman does not score and strands 2 in the inning. 2/3 of the series opener between the Eagles and Wolves complete. It's a 7-6 Carson-Newman lead on the Eagles Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Seven 6 the score as we head to the 7th here on the Eagles Sports Network. Carson-Newman clinging to a 1-run advantage as Josh Bandy, Luke White, and Chandler Mims will get ready to come to hit against Brock Culpepper, who was able to get the final 2 outs in the 6th inning, but did allow 2 hits and 2 runs to score in the frame. And we'll look for a clean 7th with his team up a run. First one to Bandy, hits it off the end of his bat, and it rolls softly foul down the line at first for strike 1. We are 2 hours into this series opener as we start the final third of this contest that has seen both of these teams jump in front. We've had a couple of lead changes. The last one has kept Carson-Newman in front for the last 2 frames as Bandy takes outside on Culpepper's slider, and it's 1-1. Bandy's had a great day, 2 for 3 to register his 6th and 7th hits this month as he fouls one back, and it's strike two. Bandy, as we've talked about, him and Keeler Osborne are two of the two-way players on this Newberry lineup, or in this lineup today, and two of them on the roster. Very impactful players for the Wolves. 1-2, swing and a miss. Culpepper's recorded 3 outs. They're all strikeouts. Cochran will complete it with a throw up the first base line for out number 1. Good slider by Brock Culpepper. And there's one away to open the 7th. Brings Luke White to the plate, who's 1 for 3 in his 4th start of the year. Culpepper winds. First one to White, who shows bunt and pulls it back to take strike 1. It's a Newberry team without Bryson Knuckles in the lineup today. He's a .293 hitter that's started 26 of their 31 games, not in the lineup today. As Culpepper's next one home is low to White for ball 1. The junior Knuckles has had a great season, but did not finish the LMU series and did not play in Newberry's win over 10th ranked North Greenville on Tuesday. 1-1 fastball from Culpepper is high, and it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count to Luke White, Newberry's catcher. The righty winds and is 2-1 as a slider low. White thought about it, but held back to see the count go to 3-1. Three-one home. Fastball away, ball 4. 4 straight misses after the first pitch strike by Brock Culpepper puts a runner on base here in the 7th. There's Chandler Mims as the go-ahead run steps into the batter's box. This is a Newberry team that has lost just 2 series openers in conference play this season. First one was at home against D&H, but they rallied for the final 2 games of the series as the runner takes off. Swing and a miss, throw down to second, is a little bit away from the bag. Pulls Nathan off second base. Cochran pleading that the batter was maybe in the way of his throw down to second base. And I think the sophomore said something to head coach Tom Griffin, who was out to have a conversation anyway with potentially his pitcher. And now we'll talk with Chuck Henson about the play. This was a little hit and run opportunity there. Ball wasn't put in play, but stealing second base was Luke White. Got a good jump. See if we can see it from that angle. Yeah, no, it looks like the batter stayed in his spot after the swing and miss. 0-1 the count. White at second base after stealing the bag. 0-1, fastball outside. Tying run in scoring position for the Wolves, who have lost just 2 series openers this year. First, as we said, at E&H in late February. The other was last weekend at home against Lincoln Memorial as Mims takes strike 2, and it's 1-2. That was a 4-3 loss in the opener to the Rail Splitters. In fact, Newberry's only series loss in conference play was to LMU last weekend, and they lost both games in that series by exactly 1 run. 1-2. Low fastball from Culpepper, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Chandler Mims. Mims is 0 for 3. A line out and 2 ground outs so far. Facing Culpepper for the first time. 2-2, swing and a miss. Culpepper goes back to that nasty slider for his 4th strikeout. And now the 2nd of the 7th, 2 away. It's the 2nd time this inning that a Newberry hitter has looked silly at that Culpepper slider. 2 out batters, Jomar Lugo. Lugo has walked 3 times so far. He's walked in the 3rd, 4th, and 6th innings. First one he sees from Culpepper's low and outside, ball 1. Lugo is reaching base at nearly a 60% clip. And that number's increased because he's reached 3 times today. 1-0 pause for the senior right-hander. 2 looks at second. Now the pitch home is a strike knee high from Culpepper with his 87-mile-per-hour heater. 1-1 the count on the 9-hitter Lugo, with Carson-Newman up by a run here in the 7th. 7-6. 1-1. Another fastball knee high. It's strike 2. Carson-Newman only has pitched 3 scoreless innings today. They have not recorded one since the 4th. Culpepper a pitch away from doing it here in the 7th. 1-2. Slider into the turf. Lugo aware and stays away. It's a lengthy outing here for Brock Culpepper so far. He has tossed 44 pitches to record 4 outs out of the bullpen. They'll pick to second base. Good throw by Culpepper, but White back safely as Nathan applied a tag on a perfect throw chest high to second. Tying run at second here in the 7th. Culpepper's 2-2 is outside with a slider, and it's a full count. Credit these Newberry batters, especially Lugo. He has drawn 3 walks, and this Newberry team has drawn 7 today. And Lugo's a ball away from drawing his 4th. The payoff. There is his 4th. Ball 4, the 9-hitter for the Wolves, has been walked 4 times in 4 plate appearances, and the inning continues. Top of the order, and Luke Compton coming up with 2 on and 2 out. Jason White will step out of Carson-Newman's third base dugout. Most of the time that means a change is coming. We'll see if that's the case here with 2 on and 2 out in a 1-run game in the 7th, and Culpepper's pitch count up to 46. He's walked 4, has the senior to record 4 outs. A couple of hits and a couple of runs have scored off of him. Those were in the 6th. No official signal yet, but the way Jason White was heading out there, maybe you'd think he's trying to stall a little bit for his pitcher to warm up a little bit more in the bullpen. He's glancing that way as he continues to have conversations with his infield and his pitcher, and they will keep Culpepper in for now. With 2 on and 2 out, the Eagles have used Harrison Shelton and Cameron Butler in these left-handed situations. They do have Compton, the lefty, for Newberry batting, with then the 3-hitter Osborne and the 5-hitter Foster, both also, the 5-hitter McLaughlin also batting from the left side. But the Eagles will stay with Culpepper, the veteran reliever, against the lefty Compton. First one to the center fielder is a swing and a miss. Culpepper rears back and fires a 90-mile-per-hour fastball by Compton for swinging strike 1. 0-1 to Luke Compton. He is 1 for 3 officially. Today has scored 2 runs as well. 0-1. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes strike 2. Culpepper's worked ahead 0-2. First time in this inning he's done that. Will it result in the final out of the inning? Carson-Newman leads 7-6 here in the 7th. The set and the pitch. Check swing, foul ball to third. Compton just barely fights off a pitch that seemed to be out of the zone, but he was overly protective and did enough to foul it off. Pitch 50 from Culpepper is low ball 1. Both teams today have a pair of 2-out RBI. The Wolves have 4 of their 6 hits with 2 outs. 1-2. Breaking ball just barely nicked off Compton's bat foul. 4 of Newberry's 6 hits with 2 outs. They are just 2 of 8 with runners in scoring position today, but 5 of their 6 hits have been with runners on base in general. They've taken advantage of Carson-Newman's 8 walks as a staff today. To this point. 1-2 pause, now the pitch from Culpepper, a fastball fouled back by Compton. An extended 7th inning here, 5th batter Culpepper's faced in this inning is Luke Compton with 2 on and 2 out. The 1-2 is softly lined foul. Toward the left side, Compton continues to just fight off everything that Culpepper throws his way to stay alive. What will Carson Cochran call for his senior righty on the 1-2 again? Slider floated left field, base hit. Evans catches it off one hop. Here's his throw to the plate. It's a low liner that will tie the game. It's Luke White scoring from second on a floating single to left field. Both runners move up 2 other spots as well. Lugo to third, and Compton is single and advancing on a throw. Puts him in scoring position as well. A game-tying RBI single by Luke Compton levels us up at 7. Second hit for Compton, and the Wolves tie it up in the 7th. Now can Culpepper get out of this thing? He's going to face Cooper Raines after that long at-bat. First pitch to Raines is a breaking ball for a strike. Heck of an at-bat from Compton. He did just enough to float one into left field to tie the game. Culpepper pauses for an 0-1. Swinging a foul ball at the plate for strike 2. Newberry continues to hit the ball well with runners on base and with 2 outs. 5 of their 7 hits with 2 outs, and 6 of their 7 have come in those situations with runners on base. An 0-2 pause for the senior Culpepper against Cooper Raines here in the 7th. Long pause, now an 0-2, and it hits Raines. Bases are loaded. And a game tied at 7. Culpepper loses Raines and now has to face the 3-hitter Keeler Osborne. But Jason White's going to bring a reliever into the game. Newberry has scored the last 3 runs in the game. 1 has come in the 7th to level the score at 7. Eagles go into the bullpen. We'll tell you who the new arm is after this.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large 1-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large 1-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Kyle Adams into the game for Carson-Newman for the 6th time in his career. 5 career appearances, 4 innings pitched this year, including 3 saves. This is not a save situation. He's trying to get Carson-Newman out of a bases loaded, 2 outs situation in the 7th. Newberry's tied the game in the inning as Adams drops in a breaking ball for strike one. Adams has faced challenging situations this season and has been able to work around them. 0-1 pause for the freshman, and he pitches a breaking ball that is across the plate to Osborne for strike two. At Lee, he got out of a bases-loaded 9th inning with nobody out to hold on for the Eagles in that 6-5 victory. This is in the 7th. The bases are loaded. 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss. Osborne went around 3 pitches, and Adams takes care of the 3-hitter for the Wolves to limit the damage in the 7th. Good work by the rookie. We stay tied at 7 after 6.5 on the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The #1 source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is shopseeandeagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shopseeandeagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopSeeAndEagles.com.
Seven, 8-9 for Carson-Newman in the 7th. First pitch of the inning is a slow roller back to McGlynn. He'll field cleanly, moving to his right off the mound to gather and throw out Carson Cochran, who grounds out to the pitcher for the 2nd time today. One away on 1 pitch to start the 7th. And here comes Jono Pierce. Massive spot and great work by Kyle Adams in the top half of this 7th inning to keep the Eagles tied with the Wolves in the home half of the 7th inning. Bases loaded, 2-out jam, and Adams, cool as can be, gets out of the inning as Jono Pierce takes a knee-high strike at 78. Jake McGlynn out of the bullpen has recorded 5 outs against 7 batters faced. His only 2 runners to reach have been by walk so far, as his 32nd pitch out of the pen is an inside fastball for ball 1. Ball and a strike on Jono Pierce, who is 1 for 2 today. His base hit came in the 2nd. He later scored as he rolls one down the line at 3rd. Backhand play, slipping but gathering and staying on balance is Foster to make the play for out number 2. Looked like for a second he was going to stumble there, but finally set his footing and throws out Jono Pierce. 4 pitches, 2 outs to open the 7th, bottom half of it. Here's Aiden Gibson. He's been on base all 3 times as the veteran infielder. Single walk double so far for the Cleveland, Tennessee native, who takes outside for ball 1. 2 different occasions in this game, Newberry has scored 3 runs before a Carson-Newman run. 1-0 breaking ball stays high. It's 2-0. Wolves scored 3 times in the 3rd, and Carson-Newman didn't get any runs back till the home half of the 5th when it retook the lead. And now the Wolves have scored twice in innings 6 and 7 to tie this thing back up at 7 as Gibson lines one down the right field line. This is going to drop in for a base hit. Hard turnaround first for Gibson. They're going to throw back to first, and Gibson slides in safely. Good awareness by the right fielder, Bandy there. Tried to backpick Gibson, who made that wide turnaround first, but Gibson back safely with his 3rd hit of the game. 3 for 3 for AG. And his 3rd hit comes with 2 outs here in the 7th. Now Colton Evans, lineup card back to the top for Evans, who's 0 for 3. Or check that, 1 for 4, I should say, batting for the 5th time. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball to start his 5th AB. And it's 0-1. Hayden Gibson now has his 4th career 3-hit day, one off his career high. He's aboard at first, and a game tied at 7 in the 7th. Next one to Evans, breaking ball inner half, called strike 2. All 7 of Carson-Newman's runs have come in 2 innings, 3-run second, 4-run 5th. They've been blanked in the other 4 frames. 2 paws from the southpaw McGlynn. Runner takes off, pitches outside for a ball. Low throw down to second, and Gibson slides in safely. And Gibson would have been out had the throw from White been better, but his low throw barely got past the pitcher's mound, and even off a couple of hops, still nearly got to second. Gibson swipes the bag, though. He's got a stolen base for the 5th time this year. Now the Eagles have a runner in scoring position, and a base hit could take the lead for them back as Evans fouls the next one back and keeps it at 1-2. Starting to see some fans out for this series opener grab their umbrellas as a light rain shower begins in the home half of the 7th of this series opener here in Jefferson City. 1-2 home, swing and a miss. Evans late on the breaking ball, and the inning's over. Jake McGlynn has tossed 2 1/3 scoreless out of Newberry's pen, and the Wolves blank the Eagles for the 5th time in 7 innings. Tied at 7 after 7 on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Kyle Adams gets the final out of the 7th inning on 3 pitches. And now warms up prior to pitching this 8th inning. 4 1/3 career innings for Adams. And he's got the ball in his hands to face 4, 5, and 6 for Newberry here in the 8th. We are tied at 7 heading to the 8th. What a game this has been. So many different turns. And it almost seems like maybe the next team to score could win this thing. Foster leads off for the Wolves. First one of the inning is a fastball high from Adams for ball 1 with a light drizzle occurring here in Jefferson City. Just enough for those in attendance to grab their umbrellas or toss the hood on with a rain jacket as Foster hits one sky high in the infield. Logan Floyd Carson Cochran will make the play as he leans over, sliding into fair territory for the catch. Excellent play by Cochran there. As him, Adams, and Floyd near the first base line, halfway up it, were trying to find the ball, and Cochran, the one sliding forward to make the catch. One away on the pop out to open the 8th. And now Finn McLaughlin. First one to him. The lefty fouls one softly back into the screen. Newberry has only been blanked 3 times. It happened 3 times in the first 4 innings. They've scored runs in each of the last 3 innings to level this score. 0-1, swinging a foul ball again by McLaughlin. And it's an 0-2 count quickly on Newberry's DH. This is the first time this season that Carson-Newman enters an 8th inning of a game tied. 0-2 swing and a miss. Adams drops in the changeup in McLaughlin's silly. Second K for Adams, and there's 2 away. Much of what head coach Tom Griffin has said about Kyle Adams here in his freshman season is a lot of what he said about Colton Kaysen last year. Just goes up there, doesn't think as much, just goes and pitches as he gets a 1-pitch pop out toward the right side. Nathan and Floyd over. It's Cole Nathan calling off Floyd to make the sliding catch on the right field line. Inning over. 6 pitches, 3 outs for Kyle Adams in a scoreless 8th. Some great defensive plays by the Eagles help Adams toss a 1-2-3 8th here on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Seven all as Anthony Plotkin warms up prior to pitching the home half of the 8th inning. Great work from reliever Jake McGlynn to navigate the last 6 outs. Check that, 7 outs of this baseball game. 2 1/3 scoreless for the Southpaw. The freshman gives up just 1 hit. No runs scored against him, 2 walks with 3 strikeouts. He gives the ball to Anthony Plotkin, a righty, into the game for just the 6th time this season. The redshirt junior from Lexington, South Carolina, to face 2, 3, and 4 of Carson-Newman's lineup here in this 8th inning. Plotkin in 5 appearances has tossed 12 1/3 innings, 7 strikeouts, 5 walks, a 3.65 ERA for Anthony Plotkin. No wins, no losses to his line this year, and he will pitch for the Wolves to start this 8th inning at this Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Plotkin has given them great length this season. 2 of his last 3 starts have been, or 2 of his last 3 appearances rather, have been at least 4 innings of work for the redshirt junior. He winds first pitch to Cole Nathan. Fastball knee high for a called strike at 86 miles per hour. Nathan bats for the Eagles. It is 1-0. I guess it was called a ball on Cole Nathan. Next one home is also inside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes on Cole Nathan. Nathan is 1 for 4. His second inning single was part of a stretch where Carson-Newman had 5 straight in that 3-run second. 2-0 pitch on the way. He fans at a breaking ball away. 2-1. Nathan has extended his on-base streak now to 18 straight games. The longest active streak by an Eagles hitter this season. 2-1 set. The pitch from Plotkin is low again. Went to the slider. This one was never really in the zone, and it's 3-1 on Nathan. Roller foul behind head coach Tom Griffin at third, and it's 3-2. Eagles have only entered the 9th inning of a game this season tied once. They lost that. That was one of the Catawba games earlier this month, last time the Eagles were here at home. Plotkin pauses and readies for a payoff. Low ball 4. Great at bat from Nathan. And the Eagles have the go-ahead run in the 8th at first base with nobody out. And their 3-hitter, Logan Floyd, is stepping in. Both these teams have issued plenty of free passes today. Carson-Newman's issued 10 total freebies, 8 walks, 2 hit-by pitches. While Newberry now has walked 6 and hit a batter as well. They've issued out 7 freebies. First one from Plotkin to Floyd is popped foul toward the right side and out of play for strike 1. Another close game that Carson-Newman plays in here as of late. The Eagles lost 6 of their first 8 2-run games this season, but they've won 4 straight games decided by 2 runs or less. We're tied right now in the 8th at 7. 0-1, Slyer runs away for ball 1. And certainly, to win close games, you need timely hitting, but you also need a good bullpen to pitch well, and that's aided Carson-Newman's abilities to win these close games as of late. 1-1. Floyd crushes it to left. He got all of it. The Eagles take the lead. A no-doubter from Floyd. .99 miles per hour off the bat of Logan Floyd puts Carson-Newman in front 9-7 in the 8th. The 7th of the year for Floyd, and Carson-Newman blasts its 19th home run this month. As soon as it left the bat, there was no need for Newberry's left fielder Cooper Raines to move. That had no chance of staying in this park, especially on a windy day. And the Eagles take a 9-7 lead with one swing from Logan Floyd. Plotkin back to work as Soto Diaz tries to bunt for a hit and fouls it back into the screen. TrackMan's data says that thing went 422 feet. By the time that thing landed out in deep left field. A go-ahead bomb here in the 8th has Carson-Newman up by 2. Plotkin's next one to Soto Diaz fouled back, and it's strike 2. Soto Diaz behind 0-2 in his 5th plate appearance. Carson-Newman's 22nd home run of the year at a perfect time as Soto Diaz takes outside for ball 1. Just the 3rd home run this year by Carson-Newman in the 8th inning or later. For the Eagles this season, that's just Carson-Newman's 7th home run at home this year. And Soto Diaz takes inside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Floyd now up to 16 career home runs, 7 of them this year. 2-2 from Plotkin. Swing and a foul ball. Nicked it off, I think, White's foot at the plate. So the home plate umpire will give White a second. Floyd now has hit 6 of his 7 home runs this month. And Floyd's home run here in Jefferson City is just his 2nd of the season here at home. 2-2 again. Soto Diaz fouls back another pitch to stay alive as Plotkin continues to try to pitch in this 8th inning without recording it out. He's tossed 15 pitches and is yet to get an out. And his 16th misses outside. It's 3-2. Payoff to Soto Diaz. Swing and a high drive out to right. Back goes Bandy to the wall, and he will just have enough room to make the catch for out number 1. Soto Diaz gives it a high drive, but he flies out to deep right for the opening out of the 8th. One away now for Sebastian Rodriguez, with Carson-Newman up 9-7 here in the 8th inning. First one, Rodriguez. The DH takes a called strike at Plotkin's 84-mile-per-hour heater. 9-7 the score. Eagles in front on Logan Floyd's two-run shot here in the 8th as Rodriguez takes outside again, and it's 1-1. 1-1 pause from Plotkin with one away in this 8th inning. Called strike to Rodriguez. It's 1-2 now. Carson-Newman now has tied Wingate for second in the conference in home runs this month as Rodriguez hits one softly to the left side of the infield. Backhand play by Mims. He jumps and throws, and that play never had a chance. Infield single for Sebastian Rodriguez will be his second of the day. He's aboard with one out for Braxton Smith. Wingate's got 19 team home runs this month, not counting their game today. Only LR's 23 is more by a team in the South Atlantic Conference this season than Carson-Newman's 19 this month. Pitching change for Newberry. Anthony Plotkin faces 4 batters. He gives up the go-ahead home run, and another has reached on him in the 8th. We'll tell you who the new pitcher is for Newberry. Eagles in front 9-7 here in the 8th on the Eagles Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeingEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeingEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Andrew Peck is the new pitcher for Newberry. 1 loss in 8 1/3 innings for the lefty, a 14 ERA, 14 strikeouts to 8 walks for the lefty Peck, who is a redshirt sophomore from Columbia, South Carolina. He is set to pitch for just the 3rd time in conference play this season, just his 5th overall appearance, but also his 1st in over a month. His last appearance was at home against UVA Wise, in which he gave up 5 runs on 4 hits in 1 inning of work. He's not pitched on the road this season, and now he gets his first opportunity to pitch away from Newberry, South Carolina, against Braxton Smith with 1 on and 1 out in the 8th. Braxton Smith, the batter for Carson-Newman. He has extended his on-base streak to 16 straight games by reaching twice so far, and he takes outside from the lefty Peck for ball 1. Plotkin is responsible for Rodriguez at first base. Plotkin walked him, or gave up an infield single before being relieved here by Peck in the 8th. Extended lead for Rodriguez, and Peck fires a fastball high for ball 2. Two-0 count on Braxton Smith in his 5th plate appearance. Officially 1 for 4 today. 2-0, thought about it, but elects to stay away from an 80-mile-per-hour pitch, and it's a called strike. 9-7 Carson-Newman, bottom half of the 8th. Braxton Smith batting. The 2-1 pitch is fouled back. And it's now 2 strikes on Carson-Newman's center fielder with 1 away. How about Carson-Newman's offense here as of late as well? The Eagles now have registered double-digit hits in 7 of their last 8 games here as of late. Offense has found a really good groove. 2-2 pause for Peck. Slider hits Smith. First and second now and 1 away. First and second, it'll be Carson Cochran to strap off his catcher's gear to stand in for the 5th time after Braxton Smith was hit by a 2-strike breaking ball. Carson-Newman's only game without double-digit hits now in its last 8 was a 9-hit performance in the finale against Emory and Henry. This offense has been really good here as of late. First and second situation, Cochran rolls 1 to third off the mid of Foster. It gets into the outfield, and everybody is safe, moving up 1 spot. That's an interesting one. Looked like Foster had a good chance to field it. He leaped into the air for it, though, off the high hop. Yeah, I think that's going to probably be a base hit. Cochran is going to have his 2nd hit of the day to load the bases. An infield single has loaded him up for John O. Pierce. Corners peek in as the first one from Peck is high and outside for ball 1. Carson-Newman has a hit in this game with the bases loaded as head coach Tom Griffin's going to talk strategy with his group of coaches and runners and hitter. Brendan Krob, Luke Goforth join in with the 3 runners. Trey Miller, first base coach, also in on this conversation. As John O. Pierce took ball 1, and Newberry's going to take this time. And Jay Snyder, Newberry's former pitching coach, now the head coach in his 2nd season, will make his way to the mound. Both teams are going to talk about this bases loaded, 1-out situation. Eagles 1 for 2 today with the bases loaded. Entered the day with just 9 hits all season with the bases loaded. And you figure a base hit potentially by Pierce to drive in a run or 2 would be the necessary support that the Eagles would need to feel comfortable about the 9th. The way Newberry's offense has played in this game, an extra couple of runs of support would be very valuable for Kyle Adams in the 9th. John O. Pierce is 0 for 8 this year with the bases loaded. No better time for his first bases loaded hit of the season than right now. Rodriguez at 3rd, Smith at 2nd, and Cochran at 1st with 1 out in the 8th. Swinging a foul ball on the first one, or the next one from Peck. 1-1 the count on Carson-Newman's shortstop, who is the 7th batter of Carson-Newman's 8th inning. 1-1. Low and inside. On the corner, though, called a strike. It's 1-2. The Eagles have taken the lead here in the 8th. Looking for more, though. 1-2, swing and a miss. Pierce chases on a breaking ball outside for strike 3, swinging. The lefty Peck gets his first out, and now will face Eden Gibson with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Gibson has had a terrific day at the plate. A 2nd inning single. He was walked in the 4th, a 5th inning double, and a 7th inning single as well for Gibson, who takes low for ball 1. Gibson's matched his season high in hits with 3. He can match his career high with a 4-hit day with 1 swing in this at-bat as he fouls a 1-0 fastball back for strike 1. This series opener between Carson-Newman and Newberry has had multiple turns. The last one has turned Carson-Newman's way because of Logan Floyd's 2-run blast here in the 8th inning. Gibson trying to add on to it with the bases loaded as he fouls one back into the screen for strike 2. Newberry has lost just 2 series openers this season. Carson-Newman is just 3-4 in series openers, but has won back-to-back. 1-2, foul ball again by Gibson. The Eagles opened conference play by losing the series opener in 4 consecutive series. They won the opener against Emory and Henry and Tusculum on the road, trying to do it against Newberry here. Runs here would go a long way as Gibson lines one into center field. Right on cue, the Eagles will have it. 2 runs will score on Aiden Gibson's 4th hit of the day. The lead extends to 11-7 in the 8th. What a day for the senior. He drives in his 4th runs of the day. He goes 4 for 4 and extends Carson-Newman's lead to 4. What a performance here by Aiden Gibson, and much needed insurance heading to the 9th. And now Colton Evans gets to bat for a 6th time. Lefty Peck pauses, and the next one home is, or the first one to Evans is popped foul and out of play. Carson-Newman now has scored double-digit runs with Gibson's base hit. It's the 10th time this year that Carson-Newman has scored 10 or more runs. 0-1 pause for Peck, and he pitches to Evans, a fastball by him for strike 2. The Eagles have lost just 9 times in the last 11 years when scoring 10 or more. 2 of those have come this season. That was early in conference play. 0-2 pause for Andrew Peck. The lefty looks at second and pitches to Evans, a foul ball by a left fielder into the screen to keep it 0-2. The lefty Peck back to work. He's ahead on Evans, 0-2 with 2 on and 2 out. Swing and a miss. Peck falls over, but he strikes out Evans after delivering the pitch home to end the inning. But what an inning it was for Carson-Newman. It started with Logan Floyd's go-ahead blast here in the 8th that started the inning, and Aiden Gibson gives Carson-Newman insurance later in the frame. The Eagles lead 11-7 heading to the 9th on the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through auto owner's insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owner's Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
To the 9th, Carson-Newman leads 11-7. The Eagles have scored all 11 runs in just 3 innings. 3-run second, 4-run fifth, 4-run eighth. The 4-run eighth is why Carson-Newman leads by 4. Heading to this 9th inning, and Kyle Adams will try to finish this thing off. He recorded the final out of inning number 7. It was a bases-loaded 2-out jam that the freshman got out of. And now he faces 7, 8, 9 for Newberry to open the 9th. First pitch from Adams, a high fastball for ball 1. Adams has been electric this season since getting his opportunities to pitch for the first time in his Eagles career as he drops in a slider too far inside for ball 2. This is just his second career appearance at home, but it's been a good one so far as he finds the zone again for a strike. And it's 2-1. Adams' next one home is a foul ball back. And it is strike 2. It's actually a pinch hitter for the Wolves. Parker Margot pinch hitting for Newberry here to start this 9th inning. Margot, a .250 hitter, appearing for the 15th time this year. Waits on a 2-2 from Adams, and it's high for ball 3. Margot, a redshirt sophomore out of West Columbia, South Carolina, playing for the first time in 2.5 weeks. He gets a pinch hit opportunity in the 9th. 3-2. High ball 4 from Adams. He walks the pinch hitter to open the 9th. And now the Wolves will bring in Chandler Mims. Breaking ball high, and it's another pinch hitter actually for the Wolves. They're going into their bench. This is Bryson Knuckles at the plate from North Augusta, South Carolina. Knuckles pinch hitting here, 1-0. Line drive sharply past the diving John O. Peterson to center field for a base hit. Station to station. Knuckles pinch hitting for Mims. Keeps things going for the Wolves in a 4-run game. They've got the first 2 guys of the 9th on base. And now the 9-hitter, Jomar Lugo. The 9-hitter's been walked 4 times. And he'll get his 5th plate appearance as Carson-Newman has some worrying to do here in the 9th inning. That's how valuable that Aiden Gibson 2-run single was to give Carson-Newman some extra runs of support, because now instead of it being a 2-run game, you have a 4-run situation. As Adams pauses. And now the first one to Lugo is a fastball knee high for a strike. In this situation, if Gibson does not record that 8th inning single, Newberry could be setting up a sac bunt opportunity to get 2 in scoring position in a 2-run game. That's how important Gibson's hit was. It's a 4-run game, and Newberry can't do that here. 0-1 fastball is too high to Lugo, and it's a ball and a strike now as Adams tries to navigate this 9th inning. His 6th career appearance all this season for the redshirt freshman of Gordonsville, Tennessee. 1-1. Breaking ball across the plate for strike 2. 74 miles per hour was Adams' slider. 1-2 the count on Jomar Lugo, who's not swung the bat in this game. He's been walked 4 times. The 1-2 slider is fouled back. Carson-Newman back at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex for the first time in 3 weeks, hoping to return home and get a victory to start this weekend series. 1-2 set for Adams. A couple of looks at second. Now the pitch home. And Lugo takes outside. Well outside on a slider. Cochran framed it pretty well. Crowd thought it could be a strike. It was not, though. It's ball 2. 2-2 the count. Adams pauses, and the 2-2 to Lugo. Fastball by him, strike 3 swinging. Kyle Adams has his 3rd strikeout of the game. He gets Lugo swinging for the first out of inning number 9. A new career high for Adams in strikeouts now. He has 7 in his career. And here comes Luke Compton with 1 away. Newberry's center fielder is 2 for 4 today. He drove in a run that was in the 6th. Swinging a foul ball on his first pitch, swinging for strike 1. The Wolves have had great success today with runners on base. 7 of their 8 hits with guys on, as Compton fouls another one back, and it's strike 2. Compton hoping to continue that success for Newberry's offense here in this 9th inning. The first 2 have reached, but Lugo, the third hitter of this inning, struck out against Adams, and now Compton's behind 0 in 2. Adams' 0-2 offering is a roller slowly to first. Floyd's only play is hustling to first, and he gets there in time, taking it to the bag himself. 3 unassisted is the second out of the inning. Murgo and Knuckles move up a spot. They go into scoring position with 2 outs, as Jay Snyder wants to have a conversation about that previous play with the first base umpire, Eric Nolan. Floyd definitely got there before the slide by Compton, which the slide may have not been needed. Extended conversation happening along the first base line for a game that is approaching the 3-hour mark. Carson-Newman's played 8 games this year that have been 3 hours or longer. We're getting close to this being the 9th. 2 away. 2 in scoring position for Cooper Raines. Frustration a little bit there for Newberry after that last call. Thought maybe Compton was safe. 2 outs, 2 on in the 9th. Eagles by 4. Adams trying to finish off this contest in the opener for the Eagles, and he gets a foul ball back to start the at-bat against Raines. Adams, a couple of pitches away and 1 out away from his first career win. He got the final out in a huge 7th inning situation, and he's been great since then. 0-1. Slider popped up high in the infield. Nathan and Pierce behind second base. It'll be Jono Pierce to make the catch, and the ball game is over. Carson-Newman wins its 3rd straight series opener in South Atlantic Conference play. The Eagles score 4 times in the 8th, headlined by Logan Floyd's game-winning blast to lift the Eagles to a series-opening victory over Newberry on this Friday afternoon. A game that takes just under 3 hours to complete, at 2 hours and 59 minutes to be exact, sees Carson-Newman win 11-7. Kyle Adams, the winning pitcher, his first career victory, while Anthony Plotkin suffers his first loss of the year. No save in this game as Carson-Newman wins 11-7. Eagles rack up 15 hits to score 11 runs. It's Carson-Newman's 3rd most hits in a game this year and 3rd most in a game in conference play as well. Newberry was held to 7 runs on 8 hits in this contest as Carson-Newman collects an 11-7 victory. The Eagles have won 3 straight and 9 of their last 10. That's win number 10 in the month of March for head coach Tom Griffin's team and company. The Eagles improved to 18-12 and 9-12 overall, while Newberry suffers its 13th loss of the year. They fall to 19-13 and 13-6 in the league this season. Once again, your final score here from the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. It's Carson-Newman 11, Newberry 7. We're back tomorrow for first pitch at noon between these 2 teams. A doubleheader begins at noon between Carson-Newman and Newberry. Thanks so much for listening and watching here on the Eagles Sports Network. We'll talk to you tomorrow afternoon here in Mossy Creek. Carson-Newman wins on the Eagles Sports Network.